Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore and welcome back to my channel and to my series entitled Woman Evolve, the ProfessorBlackmore.com pre-show. And I'm coming back to you with the third part 3C of my episode entitled Did Pastor Toure Roberts divorce his wife to marry Sarah Jakes? And in part 3B, I discussed the eye-popping details revealed in Pastor Toure Roberts' ex-wife, Lori Roberts' own words in a declaration that she had to file with the court when it appears that Pastor Toure attempted to expedite his ex-wife into quickly finalizing the divorce by refusing to uphold his family financial obligations in the form of payment of spousal support and the payment of the household bills. And so it appears that Pastor Toure was making some direct payments of bills associated with the children, but he was refusing to make many of the payments on the household bills. And as a result, Pastor Toure's ex-wife was forced to file a motion with the court to order him to resume making those payments. And she attached an affidavit in the form of a declaration that dropped all of the tea, honey child, on all of the shenanigans in his attempts to withhold money as a way to rush her into a divorce settlement. And so today, I hope to wrap up this multi-part episode by spilling all of the tea from Pastor Toure's financial disclosures that he attempted to hide, as well as all of the tea from the divorce decree. And so, if you want to find out what's in the rest of these very interesting divorce records, you better stick around. And if you want to get caught up on all of the tea that I dropped in parts 3A and 3B of this series, please watch my prior Part 3A and Part 3B videos. In addition, I hope you'll check out the community tab on my channel homepage, which is where you'll be able to check out the opinion of my church house jury to many poll questions taken from questions asked in my videos. I want to jump back into this episode by picking back up on our timeline where we left off in Part 3B. And you'll remember that in that last part of this declaration that Pastor Toure's ex-wife Lori Roberts filed with the court on September the 19th, 2014, she attached a text message that Pastor Toure sent to her in which he states, quote, "Until we have settled, I will only provide support for my children's needs. Please do not ask me about any bill support other than that. Hopefully, this will all be over soon enough." End quote. But none of this stopped Pastor Toure from proposing to Sister Sarah Jakes just a few days later on September the 22nd, 2014, even though the divorce had not yet been finalized, as reported in multiple news outlet publications. Now, these news publications also report that Pastor Toure stated that he purchased the engagement ring during a previous trip he and Sister Sarah took to Maui, which trip also took place while he was still married to Sister Lori Roberts. Now, Sister Lori's attorneys also attached to her declaration a copy of Pastor Toure's financial disclosures that he tried his best to keep out of the court records. But never fear, honey child, I got it right here. And of course, it reveals that he was employed as senior minister of One Church International, making $2,762 per week. It also reflects that at that time, he had 3 years of college education, but he had no earned degrees. And so, for income at that time, it reflects monthly income of $11,048 per month, in addition to a $1,250 per month honorarium. But it is not clear where that honorarium was coming from. Now, it also reflects that he had $2,000 cash on hand in the bank at that time. That is, for anybody who wants to believe all of these lies. Oh yeah, but anyway, y'all, let me stay focused. Now, it also reflects that his oldest daughter, Lauren, was living with him at the time, but that his rent, wherever he was residing, was $0 per month. It also reflects that he paid $1,000 in monthly charitable contributions at that time, which I guess included his tithes and offerings. And I'll let y'all decide if that adds up to 10%, because I'm just going to stay focused. Now, it further reflects that at that time, he owned no real estate. More specifically, as it relates to the bank accounts, with the exception of the ones we know he was hiding, allegedly, it reflects that he had $1,913.10 in a Chase Bank checking account and $58.21 in a Chase Bank savings account, for anybody who wants to believe that. It also reflects that he was claiming sole ownership in the church that his ex-wife, Sister Lori, helped him to establish, as well as the book he wrote at the time that was entitled Purpose Awakening. Now, regarding the church, Pastor Toure attempts to foreclose Sister Lori from her interest in the church by stating, quote, "One Church International doesn't have stakeholders nor shareholders. Mr. Roberts serves as president by election of the board. His position is non-transferable and does not constitute community property." End quote. All right, y'all, I'm going to stay focused now. Regarding Pastor Toure's attempts to hide the money he had earned thus far and to foreclose Sister Lori from her community property interest in it, he states, quote, "Purpose Awakening is a book that Mr. Roberts completed in September of 2013. Most of the work was performed 6 months after he separated from Lori Roberts." Yeah, right. He is the sole writer of the book. Now, he states that the book was published in March of 2014 after he filed the divorce petition, y'all. Mr. Roberts was compensated in the amount of $45,000 for a cash advance, of which 20% was paid directly to his agent by the book publisher. This is a recoupable payment, meaning the publisher can recoup it from the sales of the book, and Mr. Roberts has of yet to satisfy his recoup obligation, and therefore is presently in the red in this matter and hopes to make an additional $5,000 in sales over the next 24 months, end quote. Which is just an entire paragraph of lies, allegedly, y'all. I mean, you say nothing about where the remaining 80% of the advance went, and you want us to believe that you're only going to have sales of this book in the amount of $5,000 over the next 2 whole years? Okay, bye, Pastor Toure. You just trying to hide the money, boo, but I understand what you're trying to do. But let me stay focused, because I need to get to this divorce decree, which was signed by the judge on October 22nd, 2014. And I think Sister Lori did okay in the end. And so let me start with the following assets, which were awarded and or confirmed to Pastor Toure as his sole separate property. So, Pastor Toure was awarded the 2013 Range Rover, the 2012 Cadillac, which is the car that was in Sister Lori's name because I guess he didn't have the credit status to have his mama's car in his own name, allegedly. He was awarded the Sea-Doo boat, and he was awarded the Purpose Awakening book and all sales from it. But notice that you do not see the church listed here. Now, let's go over to the following assets which were awarded and or confirmed to Sister Lori as her sole separate property. And so Sister Lori was awarded the 2001 Yukon Denali, the 2014 Buick Enclave, the children's book entitled This Little Bulb of Mine and all rights associated therewith, spousal support commencing on November the 1st, 2014 in the amount of $5,100 per month for 6 months through April 30th, 2015, and then commencing on May 1st, 2015, Sister Lori was awarded spousal support in the amount of $4,080 per month for 60 months, in other words, 5 years, until October 31st, 2019. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I ain't done yet with Sister Lori's spousal support, because she was awarded spousal support thereafter in the amount of $4,080 per month, commencing on November the 1st, 2019, and continuing until one of the following 3 events should occur. Number 1, Sister Lori's remarriage. Number 2, either party's death. Or number 3, further order of the court. Yes, indeed, Sister Lori. And I tell you one thing, if I'm her, I would never remarry any damn body. But I ain't done yet, y'all. Sister Lori was also awarded additional support inasmuch as Pastor Toure was ordered to maintain for the benefit of Sister Lori a death benefit life insurance policy in the event of his death in the amount of $250,000 allocated directly to Sister Lori. All right, Sister Sarah? This ain't for you. If he died, this all go to Sister Lori. Okay, anyway. But I ain't done yet, y'all. Sister Lori was also awarded child support in the amount of $2,400 per month, in addition to 2/3 of the children's unreimbursed health care expenses per month until the children reached age 18. But I ain't done yet, in the name of Jesus. Because Sister Lori was also awarded further family support to be paid by Pastor Toure in the amount of $3,700 to be paid before September 30th, 2014, and an additional $2,500 to be paid on or before October 15th, 2014. In addition, Pastor Toure was ordered to pay Sister Lori's first month's rent and security deposit to secure living accommodations for her and her minor children not to exceed $7,500, which was ordered to be paid by Pastor Toure on or before October the 1st, 2014. Now, these are the financials that were reflective of Pastor Toure, as opposed to that pack of lies that he was trying to pass off in his financial disclosures. But these are the real numbers here in the decree. And so the decree shows him to have monthly income at that time in the amount of $13,048 per month, in addition to an honorarium in the amount of $5,400 per month, in addition to his vehicle payment, which is paid by a private donor in the amount of $1,949 per month. In addition, he will be allowed to carry the children as exemptions on his taxes in his subsequent years' tax filings. And lastly, they were awarded joint legal custody of the 2 minor children of the marriage. Now, When we look back at the courthouse docket sheet for Pastor Toure's divorce from his prior wife, we can see that the divorce decree was not signed by the judge until October the 22nd, 2014. And Pastor Toure and Sister Sarah married sometime around mid-November of 2014. At the time, he was 42 years old and she was 25 years old. And so, that concludes story time and this special episode of Woman Evolve, the ProfessorBlackmore.com pre-show entitled, Did Pastor Toure Roberts Date Sister Sarah Jakes while still married to his ex-wife? And the answer to that question is hell to the yes. Oh, allegedly, y'all. But Lordy have mercy, honey child. As y'all know on here, I just ask and report and I let you decide. So what do you think about this hot tea dropped by the judge in the divorce decree? Who do you think made out better in this divorce? Sister Lori or Sister Sarah? And do we think that Sister Lori retains any interest in One Church International, which is now under the umbrella of the Potter's House Church Ministry, because the divorce decree does not seem to divest her of her community property share? Please let me know by leaving your comments in the comment section below. And I hope you'll give me a big thumbs up. And I hope you'll also consider donating to this video and my entire Woman Evolve, the ProfessorBlackmore.com pre-show ministry, by clicking the super thanks heart button below. And while you're there, I want to also ask that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell, honey child, so you won't miss out whenever I come back with more hot tea on this church house hot mess drama. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.